Hey guys, Randy here with Household Canine Training. I wanted to demonstrate to you how I teach dogs to sit using the concept of pressure and release with the prong collar. Now most dogs that come in have a general idea on how to sit, but I want to teach them to sit with using the pressure and release concept of the prong collar, only because I teach sit, down, recall, place, all using the same system with the prong collar, and it just makes training a lot easier if the dog knows how to sit using the pressure of the prong collar. Obviously, eventually we phase that out and just the dog will respond with just the verbal command of sit, but we got to take baby steps. So the first thing that you need your dog to know before you start this is the verbal marker of yes. It's very easy to teach. Just say the word yes, pair it with a piece of kibble. About 10 or 20 times you'll start to notice that your dog gets excited to hear the word yes because they know they did something right and that something good happens after that word. So once your dog knows that, fit them with a prong collar. If you need help on that, I've got a video that shows what prong collar to buy, what size to get, and how to fit it properly. Once your dog knows the verbal marker of yes and is fit with the prong collar, you are ready to start. So it's very easy, it's not complicated, it is literally just applying upward pressure on the prong collar, at the same time just giving a little guidance with 2 fingers right above the tail, and as soon as the butt hits the ground you want to give the leash back to the dog, essentially taking all the pressure off of the collar. As soon as the butt hits the ground, mark it with yes, give your food reward, rinse and repeat until you get a consistent behavior and the dog is sitting, and you do all that without naming the command. Once you get a consistent sit, then that's when you start to name the command. So I will demonstrate this here with Sage. Sage, let's go. Come on. Good girl. So all I'm going to do here, I'm not going to say anything, I'm just going to lift up. Yes, good girl. So all I did was give her slight pressure on the prong collar, and she knows how to sit, so this might look a little easy. Initially your dog probably won't know what to do once they feel the pressure, but if you just use 2 fingers right above the tail here, and the same time that you pull up on the prong collar and push down here, the dog will go into a sit. So some dogs might be a little more stubborn than others and they don't really know what to do once they feel that pressure. The biggest thing is when you're first starting out to basically stick to your guns and just hold that constant pressure until they give you the behavior that you want, which is sitting. So they need to learn that when they feel upward pressure on the prong collar, that we want them to sit. So we'll demonstrate this one more time here. Okay, let's go. Upward pressure, yes. So as soon as the butt hits the ground, I'm going to mark it with yes. I'm going to give the leash back to her, essentially taking all the pressure off of the collar, and then reward her for doing a good job. Eventually, once you get a consistent sit, I'd say 9 times out of 10, then you're ready to start naming the command. So, let's go. Sit. Yes. So really that's all there is to it, guys. Just to recap, you want your dog to know the verbal marker of yes, get them properly fit with the prong collar. You're going to apply upward pressure on the prong collar, at the same time giving them guidance with your hand right above the tail. As soon as the butt hits the ground, mark it with yes, give your food reward, rinse and repeat until you get consistent results, and then start pairing the action of lifting up on the prong collar with the verbal command of sit, and before you know it, you will have a dog that is just responding to your verbal command. So I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any questions or you need any help, feel free to contact me at info@householdcanine.com. Thank you. Hey guys, video's not over, just kidding, I'm back. I forgot to add in the part where we teach dogs to sit and down and place with an implied stay. So we don't ask our dogs to stay, it's just implied that if I ask you to sit, that you remain in a sit position until I tell you otherwise or until I release you. So once you have a consistent sit, as far as teaching the dog that they can't break that sit until you release them, is pretty easy. It just takes some consistency and patience. So what we'll do is once we get a solid sit from our dogs, we'll start adding in distractions and teaching them that they can't really get out of their sit until they are released. So what that looks like is something like this. Let's go. Come on. Sit. Good. So now that she's in a sit position, you can start to test your dog, or teach them really, that they have to stay there until released. So I'm going to create some distance from her, right? Still using the leash. And if she moves and gets up from the sit, all I'm going to do is mark it with a no and give leash guidance, upward pressure on the prong to put her back into a sit. So I'm going to try and walk around her here. Yes, good girl. So she did a good job. She held her sit, so I'm going to let her know. I'm going to say the marker of yes, which she knows she's doing a good job, and I'm going to reward her for that. So I'm going to drop the leash. Another distraction you can do, drop the leash. Try and walk around your dog. I wouldn't recommend doing this until you know pretty much that they're not going to break. But yes, good girl. Pick up the leash. Just because I pick up the leash doesn't mean we're going anywhere. That's another trigger for dogs. I've just got an itch here. Alright, Stitch, come on. We're trying to make a video here. Oh, goodness. Okay. So, again, creating some distance here. Yes, good girl. Biggest thing with duration work and just letting a dog know that they have to stay in command until they are released is giving them a lot of guidance, letting them know, yes, you're doing a good job, or no, you can't do that, go back into command. So her release word is okay. So if I say, okay, good girl, she knows she's free to do whatever she wants. So that's really the start to teaching, like a duration sit or a duration down, is once they're in command, nope. So that's a perfect example. Nope, sit. So that was a perfect example to show you guys that I was backing up and she wanted to come towards me. Well, you can't, because you're in a sit, and that means sit until I release you. So all I did was say no, and I took a step in to create some spatial pressure to let her know, no, sit. Good. So try this again. Create some distance, walk around. Good job. Yes. All right. So, yes. So in the very beginning, I would just kind of take one step back. Yes. The dog holds a sit. Let them know. Good job. And take another step back. Yes. As long as you do this on a consistent basis, very fair, not testing the dog too much, take baby steps. It's really a pretty simple process. Then you start adding in, bigger distractions, as far as if I walk away and open this door, that doesn't mean that you can run out. You still have to hold your sit. Good girl. Alright, so that's it, guys. Like I said, if you have any questions or concerns or need help, let me know. You can email me at info@householdcanine.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Good girl. Good girl. Okay.